Today I'm going to show Resident Evil 3 on my my system that I've been using, and this is not a walkthrough, but I am probably going to give some tips and hints maybe. It's not a complete playthrough, as I'm probably not going to beat the entire game all at once. I might, it depends. But my main purpose here is to show that this relatively newer, I think 2019, 2020, something like that, game can actually run on this particular system, which is a upgraded HP system. It's got an upgraded processor, but started out as my work system. Still my work system. I do programming and stuff like that on it. It is an A8-3870 going at 3 gigahertz. A8 is a AMD. They have onboard APUs is what they call them, because they have GPUs built into the processor, but that GPU is overridden by the card that's on it, which is a really powerful Vapor X Sapphire Radeon HD, and it's a 5870 with 2 gigabytes of RAM. And so when this card first came out, I think in 2009, 2010, it basically dwarfed everything else around it. It was the fastest, best card at the time, and it was at a time when most cards had 512 megs and they were pushing 1 gigabyte, and there was a lot of discussion about whether 1 gigabyte was even ever going to be more than 1 gigabyte was ever going to be needed. And of course we already know the answer to that. Today there are 8 and 16 and whatever 24 gigabyte, probably more, graphics cards, and the graphics cards have gone from using, I think this is 160 watt or whatever, or volt, whatever. It's high. It's pretty high. It's a high voltage PCI Express. Now this is a times 2 on the board, I think, or it's not times 2. It's a times 16, but it's a whatever 2.0 PCI Express. It's the second run of those slots. And of course the system has an upgraded power supply. I have a custom venting fan that's in the vent part of the side panel of the case, because this case was not made for a lot of temperature control. And overall the system is quiet and extremely efficient, and it's very, very fast. It's always been a nice fast system, but I've upgraded the processor to the max, upgraded the RAM to the max. This is Windows 7 Ultimate DirectX 11. Again, this is a Vapor X Sapphire Radeon HD 5870 with 2 gigabytes. I think it's an overclocked PCI Express graphics card. And the processor is a A8-3870 running at 3 gigahertz. Windows 7 Ultimate 64-bit processor. Now, what I've done here is I'm pretty sure this is the game where I did this. This is a save that starts me out right past the initial wave of 20 minutes of button mashing and running from the Nemesis from your apartment. So this will not have the very beginning of the game where you're essentially just cinema running from the Nemesis. This is right after you first get to the save point at the donut shop. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that's where I'm at with this. Now, I've beaten this game many, many times now, probably a dozen or more recently, and it's been a little bit since I played it. I'm probably going to have to warm up a little bit to it. I might make some mistakes and stuff, but when I first played this game, unlike the 2 remake, I was just completely addicted to that game from the get-go. I played it incessantly. Okay, so I've got my lockpick, my bolt cutters, I've got handgun ammo, and the Samurai Edge. Okay, now the Samurai Edge I unlocked, and in this game, I really think the Samurai Edge gets the attention that it deserves, because it is a legit good upgrade. I'm also using an assault coin and a recovery coin. Okay, and those both, assault raises your attack power, and what that'll do is make it so 2 or 3 good shots from the Samurai Edge will usually take care of a zombie. I've also got the recovery coin, which gradually regenerates health when you have it, and these are things you can purchase after you first beat the game and you unlock the shop. Now, which I would say is arguably the most important thing you can do. Now, I also have the infinite MUP handgun that I purchased. I'm not going to be using that right now. The original G19, I think you pick up from a dead police officer or something. And the crafting companion. Now, when you go to your case after you have the crafting companion, you put that in your items, and then it will significantly increase your yield. So if I use my gunpowder here to make some ammo, then I'll just well, I don't know. I don't know if I'm streamlining this here. It looks like I've already got all of the fancy boxes to go back. So I'm trying to think where I actually even am in this. So yeah, I'm kind of jumping into this a little bit, a little green here. Okay, so I haven't unlocked this yet. Okay, now what I was about to say is, I was, hopelessly addicted to RE2 Remake when I first got it, okay? And I just absolutely adore that game. I still think it's one of the best video games ever. RE2 Remake is just a pleasure to play, and it's super awesome. This game, when I first started playing it, I was immensely frustrated with the difficulty curve. I pretty much skated through most of the game at first, and then when I got to the bosses, they were a lot harder than I was prepared for. I've also got the infinite Cobra assault rifle, and I've got pretty much everything. I just got the hot dogger, but I haven't used it yet. So the last time I beat this game, I purchased the hot dogger. I think there might be one item left to purchase in the entire list, to give you an idea of how much time I've really put into this game and how much I've played it. But it has been a couple of weeks since I've played it. I've been on to other things. So I think where I am is I'm ready to shoot the guys on the other side of this door. Yeah. Okay. Now, the zombies are easier to kill in this than in 2. And if you, for the story's sake, I've just decided that the reason for that is because this is right when the infestation happened. And so they've had, and I'm already not playing so well, they haven't had time to fester. And so I'm thinking that for that excuse there, because they just got turned into zombies, they're easier to kill than in 3. In 3, it's an entire day later. And so they are harder to kill because they've had time to get nastier. And that fits with the story behind Resident Evil. In Resident Evil 2, you're supposed to... Oh God, not paying any attention here. I need to remember how to do my rolls too, because I've been playing 2 a whole bunch. And Just not paying attention here. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not doing well here because I'm playing like I've got infinite ammo when I don't. So I'm already out of ammo. I don't think I would have played like this. I'm playing in 2 mode when I'm not playing 2. There we go. So anyway, so yeah, the bosses were so hard at first, and the learning curve of this game was so steep that the game just frustrated me. I found it to be just kind of infinitely frustrating. But then what ended up happening is I beat the game finally. And after I beat this game and realized that you unlock a shop when you beat it the first time, and then I started playing around with stuff you can buy from the shop. Then the game got super fun really fast, and I ended up really loving it. Now I absolutely love this game, and so a testament to endurance. If you hate a game and it pisses you off, give it a chance. Push it a little further. Push a little harder, and I think you'll find out that it was worth it. And in the case of this game, I totally found that out. It was worth it. It was worth it to beat it and unlock the amazing shop items and things that change the game. Okay, here we go. I need to remember, because you can dodge things, and I need to remember how to play this game. Okay, so it's almost full on my stuff here. Now the donut shop is a good middle point. Once you get here, until you're starting to speed run, which I've beaten the game and gotten an S rating and stuff, beaten it in several modes, hardcore mode. I've beaten it in hardcore mode. Okay, I'll go ahead and I'll just do a. Let's see, that's shotgun shells or high-grade gunpowder for mag ammo. The mag ammo is really useful. Usually by the end of this, I'll have just a massive row of mag ammo. So I'll go ahead and just do a quick gunpowder yield with the crafting companion. Okay. Now that the crafting companion is in my list, now I got 30 ammo from that, whereas I would have gotten 12 to 15 or something without it. So it does, it helps considerably. Hear the music? I don't know if you can hear it. That's the original music from Resident Evil 3 when you got into the safe rooms. So yeah, kind of fan service that in there. Now Jill is tougher than Leon or Claire, and I mean by leaps and bounds. She's significantly tougher than Leon and Claire. She can roll, and at first I hated the rolling, and I still don't really like it, but it's not as bad. I won't even try to be crazy and say that I've mastered rolling, because I haven't, but I do know how to use it a little bit better now. You want to use the evasion, and also you can buy a book from the shop that is a Chris, written by Chris, and it's like his tactics, his evasion tactics. And when you put the book in your inventory, it enhances your evasion so that you can move out of the way better. But evasion is difficult and frustrating. And okay, I got 3 slots open. Now, so when you're dealing with evading an enemy, I think you hold one of the shoulder buttons or something, And hey, I'm starting to get a feel for it. And then you hit the maybe the right trigger or something. I'll have to figure it out again, because like I said, I haven't played this in a couple weeks. I've been playing RE2. Now after you play this game a whole bunch, and then you and then you play RE2, what you're going to end up doing is trying to evade when you're playing RE2, and then realize, wait a minute, I can't evade, right? And then what's going to happen when you go and play this game again, like I am now, is you're going to ignore evade when it's necessary. You absolutely need it. So right now, I'm kind of trying to remember in my head the whole evasion process. So I can pick it up again. He was on the gurney outside, and he is only activated once you come in here and get the shotgun. He was on this right here. And notice I'm just kind of hovering around the donut shop, because I'm a cop, and then coming back in here and dumping whatever I get. So that I can go get more stuff. Now, I don't think you can get poisoned in this game. And so in this case, it's more like the original RE, where you might save the first aid sprays for later and then go ahead and use up the combines. I don't think there are any blue herbs or any kind of like poison shield, anything like that. There's nothing like that in this. So now the grenades I use for Nemesis encounters, and Nemesis is easier. At first, you view Nemesis as the ultimate terror, horrible thing, but he is in no way as absolutely annoying as Mr. X is in RE2. He just appears, you hit him with something, and then he's a walking gashapon machine. He's a walking prize machine, basically.
This must be the subway company's offices.
So, now the reason I'm getting all this stuff is because I haven't been to the power station yet. And so I bought the lockpick and the bolt cutters, and I'm using it beforehand. But if you don't do that, if you haven't beaten the game, unlocked the shop, and then purchased the bolt cutters and the lockpick, then your first lockpick is at the power station, and your bolt cutters are elsewhere. So you have to go through that process of attaining those items first before you can turn around and unlock everything. And what some people do is they get the items, and then they go back. They backtrack, and that's what I used to do. I used to go ahead and run straight to the lockpick and the bolt cutters. The bolt cutters are in the garage, next to the garage where you first see Nikolai, and he kills the guy who's not infected, but Nikolai's just a murderer right in front of you. He kills him right in front of you. That's where the bolt cutters are, is right in that area. And so I must have already gotten the stuff from right there. And you can hear it's playing the You're Gonna Die music here. Okay. Now him, you can have some fun and shoot that, and it'll give you a chance to hone in. And you can use it on the Nemesis. So I would recommend using it on the Nemesis later on when you trigger him here. Now this game, even though it has larger areas arguably more interactive content and more zombies, runs better, significantly better than RE2 Remake on this graphics card. Okay. Now the shotgun I'm definitely going to need later. Now I'm going to go this way and use the back way to get up to where the other stuff is. So I've looted. Later on there are little mutated monsters. Now the Nemesis has the power to mutate zombies. He puts a parasite on their heads. There's a guy right on the other side of this door. That guy's going to get up and mess with you later. And there are just a lot of kind of little tricks to this game. Okay, now, one neat, wonderful thing about this, some people thought it was cheap and somewhat of a jip, is that this game is overlapping 2. And the graphics, oops, let's see, what is this? 937, yeah. The graphics are the same, and the levels are the same. So you go, and this is, like I said earlier, chronologically, this is about a day, a little over a day, from the events in 2. So this happens first, even though it's the 3rd game. It's a prequel to 3. So the city has just started the waves of the apocalypse and zombies are everywhere. The zombies, now the reason I was saying that it makes sense for them to be easier to kill in this one is because in the game you have to kill them and then burn them in the original game, or they turn into crimsons. The crimsons are really fast, really aggressive. They have a kind of a red crimson colored skin. So that happens. Now, so yeah, I haven't even knocked that down yet. And I can go and get this part out of the way. Sometimes people say to save that. Now, none of those guys are popping up just yet. I don't know. I probably went in here first. Yeah. I triggered him. Now I trigger him so later, when I'm running from Nemesis, he's one less turd burglar to deal with. Even though the bad guys that are in this little hallway are regenerative. They keep coming back over and over and over again. So when you come back through there later, chances are there's going to be bad guys there again. Only in a couple places do you get a regenerative bad guy. Now notice how I don't have zombies here pounding on this gate. That's because those zombies only take one hit to kill. So I just shoot them all, that way they're not beating on that gate. So this here, right here, is where you get the bolt cutters. Okay, I'm just going to run back real quick and get that powder, just because it's right around the corner here. And then when I get to the next case, I'll have all of the stuff that was from this area. There we go. So I'm about to have the Nikolai story where he shoots the innocent guy who's injured, but he claims to not be infected. There's the bolt cutters. You have I think a health prize in this locker. Yeah. So I'll go ahead and unload in here. I like to just take this off the wall and then put it in there too. And later on, very soon after this, you use those and they're gone. So, oh, and I guess now that I'm remembering it, the green herbs do help over the health sprays for this next part, because the green herbs purge the little spiderling mutant parasite things. So having a couple of these is very helpful. And you get, I think, 2 or 3 of them right before you go in there. And also the shotgun is very helpful in this spot, because the shotgun just kills them a lot faster. And they're little bastards. I mean, they are, the little spiderling dudes are straight up little bastards. They jump on you, they whatever, face mount you, they impregnate your face with the disgusting spiderling parasites, and then you get to barf her to get them out of you, and the way you do that is with the green herb, right? So, as disgusting as that is, that's what's about to happen. So the shotgun is perfect for those little bastards. Now I'm getting ready to trigger Nikolai. I'm skipping cutscenes, so maybe in case you haven't played this, you don't lose your incentive, or at least some of your incentive. And also, because I've seen them so many times that I really don't need to see them again. Okay, I don't need to see any cutscenes anymore for this game. I know everything as it happens. Now this is a dog trigger point. And there. So that's all of the bolt cutting. And I think they expect you to use the shotgun in this spot for the nasty little parasite guys, because they give you some shotgun rounds right before this happens. Oh yeah, hate the dog. Oh, you little bastard. And one more shot, and then that would have been completely avoided. Okay, and then one thing I do, and this, some people might think this wasteful of me, that was 2 in 1 shot, is I just get rid of those guys. Later on, there are some standing there that are, because the Nemesis punches through that wall right there. There are some that have the parasites on their heads, and they make a little wall to mess with you. So I really like how this one plays. Once you get used to it, power shot. And I'll go ahead and get in here. Got 2 spots. Now, that head's blown up. Pretty sure that head's blown up, and I think that head, yeah. Sometimes they'll just kind of come back, and I like to make sure they're dead. The zombies are easier. So what I was trying to say earlier is I think it makes sense for them to be easier to kill in this one because it's a whole day, the outbreak just happened, and it supports the story that kind of says that as they age and kind of ripen, they get meaner and harder to deal with. That Capcom has kind of presented there. Now I usually leave these two ready for instant activation items like keys and picks and whatever. So my weapons I'll usually keep in a little grouping here. I'll keep the weapon, then the ammo for the weapon, weapon ammo. The grenades are going to be for later when I am fighting against the nemesis. So with my items, I usually put whatever big weapon down, my normal weapon up, and then my extra weapons left or right. And that just kind of helps me out a tiny bit.
Oh, smells like, I don't even want to think about it.
And of course there are, you know, completionist reasons to activate the scene with this box. You don't have to though. So, you know, you can activate that. That's where you get the lockpick for the first time. Now what you can do after this, if you want, is right when you get the lockpick, just, and the bolt cutters, you know, just turn around and then go get everything that was behind you in the game that had a lockpick or a bolt cutter keeping it back. And, you know, that's in my opinion, that's a good idea. Because then, I'm going to get that. I'm not going to show the disgusting creature mounting her face. I'd skip the puke too if I could, because that's revolting. But here we go.
Here we go.
To say I hate those things would be just a catastrophic understatement. I hate them. They're so disgusting. And Capcom did a great job making them as absolutely repulsive as they possibly could. You can dodge them though. I've dodged them before, and you know, it'd probably be a good idea if I did. Oh great, I went the wrong way. Okay. Supposed to go this way. Like I said, it's been a little bit since I played this. Okay, yeah, there we go. That's the first three. There's only one more. And Let's waste some rounds here. Now, there's going to be 2. Then the barrier is gone. So you can just run. Great. And here's the end. So as gross as that was, it's already done.
Okay.
And
These are the main power switch.
I mean, I basically, once you get the feel for it, I kind of, it's a little bit like the Sherry mission. You just have to get it out of the way, and it's annoying, but once it's done, then you're glad that it's finally done and it's out of the way. You know, having to deal with that. Now, the Nemesis has been activated, okay? I don't want to waste any more shotgun rounds. I've got 60 rounds. This is all good. I don't think I need that again until later. And I've got 3 grenades. Okay. I don't know, I might go ahead and save it real quick, just so I don't have to do that crap again. You can see 40 and 41 and stuff like that. Those are from 2022. This one being 16 at the second nest, that's an awful lot. So most of the time, I'm not even saving until much, much later in the game. And you kind of get used to that once you've played this a lot. You don't really save much.
Jill, I've restored power to the subway.
Nice going. Next up is the traffic control system. It should be in the subway company's offices.
Right. I think I know the building.
Really? Way to go, partner. One step ahead.
Not your partner.
All right. Here's the Nemesis. I hope I can handle this. It's been a little bit.
Kidding me?
Wait, why am I not using my grenade? There. There. Whew. Remember how to play the stinking game here for a second. Now. Okay. Trigger this spot here.
Carlos, that thing is still alive. It's after me.
What? Run! Come back to the station.
Not a target traffic control online.
Okay, this part. And there's one more guy here. Right there. Actually, there's 2. And notice how I'm carefully avoiding the barrel, because you might get a chance to use it against the turd burglar here in a second. You don't need to, though, because I think... Oh, he's behind me. Okay. Of course. He can't harm you when he can't harm you when you're climbing. So just like in the second one with Mr. X. Oh God. I probably did, yeah. Oh boy. Yeah, I need to figure my controls out again. Ha! Okay, where am I at here? 1, reactivate. That's donuts. 2, here's where I was. So yeah, now I'm not going to mess up as much because I'm remembering how to do my secondary item. For some reason I'm clicking the left shoulder to do my secondary item when it's actually just left. Okay. Now let's look in here real quick. I can probably prepare for this a little tiny bit better. 3 grenades, got my shotgun. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and put the shotgun back out there. I'll put a first aid spray here just to be even more careful. And, okay, that'll be good for now. And,
Carlos, it's Jill. I've restored power to the subway.
Nice going. Next up is the traffic control system. It should be in the subway company's offices.
Right. I think I know the building.
Really? Way to go, partner. One step ahead.
Not your partner.
in that part, if you haven't unlocked that room yet, she'll say, he'll say something like he doesn't know where it is, and she'll be like, great, you're a lot of help, or something like to that effect. There. He's got his grenade face on there. Shotgun. Are those happy ones? Okay.
Carlos! That thing is still alive! It's after me!
What? Run! Come back to the station.
Not until I get traffic control online.
Now what I want is for him to come up from the left, and what is ended up happening is he's coming up from behind me for whatever reason. And there's a fat guy. Behind me then. There, and give him his grenade face again. Now that should keep him off my butt long enough to get the next part of the level done. Like I said, it's been a couple weeks. I've been in RE2 mode, and so, wait a minute. Now I need to go this way. And then this one, in this one, the fat guy is going to be up. So right when I come through here, fat guy. And that's brief. Then, bad guys down here. Crap, I can't aim. Okay. And I think he's here too. Yep.
Back again.
But, once I make it through here, I get that brief pause.
Carlos, I'm in the control room. Now what?
Nice. Now you gotta plot out a route.
Okay, give me a second.
Now for this one,
Where
it's
are we headed?
Re, Fa, Ra, Sa,
Station. Can you program that in?
and then
Hey, I'm
Fo.
Super Cop.
And so the ones you only have to deal with, it's Ray 01, then it's FA02. So you do this one, 2, and then it's Ra 03. Okay, then it's Saw 02. That's it.
Valid route confirmed.
Carlos, it's me.
I always write this stuff down, after the first time.
You are amazing. Tough as nails, too. Hurry back to the station. We'll make sure the subway's ready to depart.
Now the third prize from the Nemesis is always shotgun shells. So, and this guy pops up and is a pump. Okay. Now where am I going? Crap. I don't know why I shoot these guys, because you really don't have to. Right here is where you can run through the donut shop. There's only that guy. And I like to go in here and just check up real quick. I don't have to. The next part is just getting back to the place. So it's really not that difficult getting back to your original spot. Usually, it's not that difficult. Now when you get these prizes, they're usually pretty good upgrades. So suppose I'm going to go ahead and upgrade stuff. The dot sight is an upgrade, and I think this first supply case might be an upgrade. Let's see. Yeah, extended mag. So now I can go ahead and add 2 upgrades to the 19. Later on in the hospital, you'll get the burst fire version of that weapon. That's a slightly better one. And the burst fire, a lot like the stock on the Matilda in RE2. It is great for killing zombies because you get to hit them a whole bunch all at once, but it's kind of bad too because you run out of ammo so much faster. So alright, just for fun I'm going to go ahead and top off the shotgun shells. I kind of wish I had another grenade. I'd feel better if I did, but okay, whatever. I'll put this here. I'm not playing well, so I'm just going to be safe here. Okay. Now, when I come out here, we're going to see him. Next prize. Now we're just running back, and he's gonna snap out of it and come after me. That guy's not going to pop out because I've already blown him away. And then we got our two friends here. Crap! Why did I not have my gun out? I don't know. I'm a crazy person. But here we go. Now you get to open all the special little prizes. You get a fanny pack, and the third prize is shotgun shells. So, but it still helps, and that's a suppressor for the G19. In case this is your first time through, you obviously want to constantly upgrade. Now, of course, it takes up 2 spaces now, but you're about to get a fanny pack, so that helps drastically with that little problem. So actually, I want my prizes. So the fancy boxes you've collected up to this point, you want to just open them all up right here. I'll go ahead and open the case and get rid of that too. This is the other lockpick. Now, if you've noticed, this game's playing good. I mean, it plays very, very well on this system. It doesn't run too hot. It doesn't throttle. It doesn't lock up. I think I might have maybe had one crash the entire time I played this since 2022. So yeah, it runs wonderfully, totally acceptable. I keep it 30 frames a second, but you know it's in high and everything. It's 1080p, and really it's the card more than anything. And the card is not, you know, bad paired up with this processor. They match up pretty good, even though the processor is probably slightly slower than what people might recommend for a card like this. They seem to be a good match to me. My other system with the FX, the processor is quite a bit slower than what you want for a GTX 1080, but the games run great. I don't have, you know, any complaints about how well the games are running on those. Now we've got the tactical stock for the shotgun, which I think just kind of helps a little bit with aiming. This next part can actually be kind of tough because he's just a turd burglar. He's a turd burglar. He's a little punk. The next spot, you are luring him away from the train full of people. So you're basically pulling a Optimus Prime level self-sacrifice move. I'm going to go ahead and put the extra shotgun shells away. And when I do this, you want to have your grenade ready. That's really, and you want to be ready to shoot the electricity. Okay, here we go.
Come on, you crazy ass jobber. You want stars?
Ah! You want stars? Ah! This is shotgun shells. Now I'll go ahead and top off the health just so I'm not slow. You should have plenty of time right here to kick this in. Now what most people do probably is shoot the barrel to hurt him, then escape. What I do is what I just did. I zap the electrical thing to stun him. I hit him with the grenade. Usually it's my last grenade for that part. And then I collect my third prize, which, as you'll see here, Steel Boys. Shotgun troops. Now my oldest son used to talk about optimizing and how Capcom was really great at optimizing and that you can get these games to run on lots of different systems. And
Carlos, do you copy?
I think this is a testament to that. They didn't want you to be stuck having to buy a $800 graphics card to play their game. Rather, they wanted people to buy up their games and be able to play them with a broad range of systems. And that's really how it is. This game, this is a 10-year-old or more computer. And of course you want to get life out of your stuff. I'm not saying, you don't. You definitely want to get a lot of life out of your system. But, this is a 2009 card, I think a 2011, 2012 processor, relatively old system. And this is a completely legit play. It's perfect. There's really nothing wrong with it. So yeah, I could recommend this gaming experience for anybody who hasn't played the game, and the reason I'm doing this is so people can know that you don't have to have some souped up system to be able to play this game. It will run on a lot of systems, and this is runs really great. Now, I don't know how much this computer would have been new, because I bought it from a pawn shop, and I've combed pawn shops and be ready to put some elbow grease into it, and you will end up with good stuff quite a lot. That's.
Oh, I'm definitely burning these clothes.
If you're willing to do some work, if you have to be babied and have a perfect system out of the box, and you're going to be paying a lot of money, then no. But if you're saying, oh well, I'm ready to replace the power supply, upgrade the graphics card, do some RAM upgrades.
What the fuck was that?
I love it. My thoughts exactly. What the fuck was that? Now, I'm not really, too stuck up on how these games are. I think that if the language was cleaned up in Resident Evil games, they'd be safe for like 10 to 12-year-old kids, honestly. Yes, they're bloody, and they're a little bit scary, but I come from the 80s, and in the 80s there was somewhat of a trend of, kids watching things that they probably shouldn't. I saw RoboCop when I was little. Okay, I watched a lot of shows, Rambo, First Blood, Part 2. I watched movies that are not for kids, and my mom would say, just remember guys, it's fake. And they've even shown in studies that the human mind treats movies like they're real. That's why we're so entertained by it, is that we believe them. And so that's kind of we get a little bit of a high from believing in the movie. So, obviously our minds are not treating it like it's fake. But now, notice how I put away the launcher. You don't want to waste that launcher on these little peons. It's good to just zap them. If you don't have the coin, use your shotgun. Don't waste fire rounds on these little pleed bad guys. They're bad, but if you pace yourself, well, there are ways around them. If you're speed running, like look, here's one right here. You can see them, and that was a focus shot. When their little parasites pop out of their mouth like that, that's it. See that? So yes, I do have the card that, or I mean, I have the coin, I mean, that makes that guy easier. So, slightly easier. But if you use a shotgun or if you use a few bullets, that's better than wasting your fire rounds, because those fire rounds you're going to use later in the extremely difficult Nemesis fights, or when he's upgraded and hating on you. Now another one pops out here. There he is. Notice how I got a lot of power shots with him. And that's probably a combination of the coin, but also the handgun. And you want a lot of empty spaces for this room. Have found myself coming back to this room, so that's part of the reason why I'm running basically half naked through this with nothing but a handgun, so that when I get to these places I can collect up all the prizes. I don't like to miss things that would really help in the game, and I don't like to backtrack. So I'm not speed running this stuff, but at the same time I don't want to be stuck. Now you want to save up all your flame rounds though for your third Nemesis battle, where you're in like the little acid pool arena kind of area, which is the hardest fight in this game. It's the hardest fight in any Resident Evil game ever. He is stupid hard. And the launcher is your best friend in this game, because you get mine rounds, flame rounds, explosive rounds, and I even think there's some relatively useless acid rounds in this game that I kind of ignore. They're like a joke. I think they put them in there seriously as a joke. Okay, now he's dead, and I've got a grenade, shotgun rounds, and so right now I'm going to go ahead and make more rounds, because this next part I have to have rounds. So what would have been smart, and I've considered doing it before, was to use my little buddy to make rounds. See, that only made, oh wait, I just messed up. Huh! I just messed up because I didn't want those. I wanted normal rounds. They're talking. So yeah, this next part, there's a guy there, but I don't have any rounds. I've got a grenade, and I can use that if I want. So what I should do is go back. I'm going to backtrack to this item box real quick. I hope there's not another bad guy there. I don't think there is. There might be. Yeah, here we go. I'm going to go into this. I see I just messed up. I should have just came back here anyway. And I was hoping not to backtrack, but I am going to go ahead and get this out of the way. But yeah, you want to use the... oh yeah, and that's another thing is... And this is something I forgot. You'll never need to bring these into this level. You don't ever have to bring healing items or healing sprays into the sewer level. And why is that, you might ask? Because anytime one of those things is going to get you, it is instant death no matter what. So I'll go ahead and take them out for now. Later on, yes, because there's some zombies after you first get through this part. But it is useless to have heal items in this part, because if one of them hits you, they eat you immediately. As far as I know, they don't ever do any like subtle damage or anything like that. If they hit you, you are dead instantly. So yeah, don't even bother with taking health sprays or herbs or anything like that into this part. Now I think that's it. Now I can combine these now. And that will make more flame rounds, and you want as many flame rounds as you can possibly get. I can get that out of the way right now because later on that's what I'm going to be doing with them anyway, is just making more flame rounds. So it's not going to hurt anything to just spend this short amount of time here to go ahead and make flame rounds. Now you'll get 2 or 3 flame rounds without the crafting companion. So again, use your crafting companion. Okay. So 2 hints there for people playing this. 1, don't bother with first aid sprays or herbs in this level, part of the level, because they're going to kill you instantly. Here, he's going to jump out right now. Now, what speedrunners will do is stun them with 1 hit or a couple hits or something, and then run right past them and never kill any of those. And that's fine if if your timing is good and you know what you're doing and you're sure that you can handle that. By all means, yeah, go ahead. In fact, this guy here, if you time everything just right, you never have to fight this guy. He'll pop up. There he is. Run around. Unlock the tongue lock. Come back through. He's going to be aggressive right here. See? He's waiting for you. Once the music stops, he has went back. There he goes. See? Now, I want to get around to the other door. So right here, I don't want to go to the right. I just want to go straight ahead. There. Now, I'm going to run this way. I'm going to use the battery. I'm going to go into the door. Now he's going to be, he'll eat you through the door if you go up to that door. Watch. I'm not going to trigger him, but he will. He'll pop open that door and have his little tentacle face sticking out on that particular part. So, well, he just went away, I think. But yeah, in this part, you don't have to fight him at all. So I usually kill him. Now in this part, another hint for anybody playing it. Get this right when you come out this door, or you will screw yourself. Okay? Then, there's where you want to go, so walk this way. He jumps out. Now run this way. Now I've just made it past him and I didn't have to fight him or kill him or anything. I've got the battery to get on to the next level. I'm done with this part. Now, if you want to save ammo and get through it faster, then you can stun them and run past them when they're in their stun phase. And if you're careful enough and you don't mind having your butt cheeks clenched together for about 10 minutes, then that's a good part to do that in. This part, you can run past a lot of the bad guys here. Oh, this is where he grabs you by the head, actually.
Everything okay?
Yeah, I'm alive. I lost him.
Great. The subway's ready to go. We'll leave as soon as you make it back.
Alright, here we go. I don't know if a grenade is safe for this part. Here, he's going to grab you by the head. Give you a little bit of a toss. And then he's just saying, go ahead and run, and I'm going to go ahead and run. There we go. There's a, now you can run around there, like most people are going to, or go in here, where you've got a save point and you have a nice, convenient case. And, you know, I don't know how these guys aren't in space colonizing other worlds and stuff, because they have a superior technology to anything we have ever invented. They have cases where if you put something in that case, no matter where that case is in the world, that stuff will be in it. And that's impossible. I mean, that is straight up, that is impossible. I love it. Okay, now, I guess I'll go ahead and gunpowder it up. I can shoot him with stuff. Let's see. What do I use to kill this guy? I'm definitely going to have some first aid sprays, because this, I'm trying to remember. You shoot the tank that's on his back, you grenade him, you can hit him with, I don't know about flame rounds though. I thought it was like explosive rounds that I used on him here, and I don't have any explosive rounds right now, so. Okay. I think yeah, 2 of those combined with another explosive A. Okay, yeah. That'd be my explosive rounds. But okay. Yeah, I really am trying to remember, what do I do to beat this guy? Is it shotguns? I don't remember. Whatever, I mean, it really is, I'm kind of drawing blanks, and I've beaten this guy like dozens of times, so it really doesn't make too much sense to not have this in my memory banks, but whatever. I'm going to go at him loaded rather than with my guts out here. Let me see. 20, there we go. And okay, now this is overkill, but why not? Okay, explosive rounds, flame rounds. We're going to go ahead and reload. Now I'm going to switch to explosive rounds. Whew. Okay. Shotgun. All right, let's go. Let's do some van damage. And if you want, you really can just run past all of these guys. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm just kind of not playing around here. Here he comes.
I gotta get out. Quick.
You see a lot of speedrunners do the little evasion wobble. Why? Oh, okay, I gotta hold it. Like that. And why not? I mean, it works fine. It gets you there slightly quicker. Oh. See, that's basically chugging up a couple stairs instantly. Although there's kind of a slow down pause point after the wobble, if you time it just right, you'll actually move faster than if you're running. So I kind of can see why people do it, because it can, even though it makes you look retarded, but it does move you faster. There we go. And honestly, it might be a good idea to save here. I would never normally save here because I've beaten the game so many times, but I'm just going to go ahead and do that just because who knows what's about to happen. I could really mess up and he could blow me away right away. Okay, here we go. This is him in the I've got a brand new backpack phase.
Alright. Maybe I can hit the boulder.
Now I got a lot of oh, I remember now. Yeah, you want to run over here because there's no flame, but also there's the explosive rounds right here. Yep. So that's even more explosive rounds. Man, he's just kicking my ass for a second.
Still kicking?
Crap. Yeah. Crap. That's it. So, a little messy, but it worked. Okay.
Carlos? It's Jill. Do you read me?
Loud and clear. You all right?
Yeah. Bastard's dead.
I love how he's never dead
Fuck him.
till the very last battle.
Turning yourself into bait. You could have been killed.
Don't start. I did what I had to.
I know. And thanks. The subway's ready to go. Hurry back.
Okay. Now, I don't have the, there are dozens and dozens of mods for this game. And I have like cat suits and bikinis and bathing suits and all manner of awesome looking suits for this character. And so part of making those suits work and look properly makes the CB radio thing invisible. So that's why you see the invisible CB radio. And so if I turn on some awesome mod suit where she's like running around half naked, there isn't an unrealistic looking CB radio hanging from her thong or something. So yeah, it works. Now you don't have to shoot any of these guys if you don't want. You can. I mean, I guess if you want to do a little kill every bad guy speed run or something, that's cute. You can do that, but you don't have to shoot any of those bad guys. You can. It would be a waste of ammo, really. I do if I have my infinite handgun, which if you use 2 of the offense tokens with the infinite handgun, then that is just a beast mode weapon. It's really great. At the same time, I don't know, I like using... Now he recognizes her. He doesn't recognize Leon or Ada when you first come through here. But he does recognize Jill, because she's a STARS member that actually lives and works there. So that's why he says Jill when you come back around right there. When he spins around, he goes, "Oh, Jill!" That's because he knows her. Now, Kendo in the original game, you see him. I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, you see him being eaten by zombies relatively early in the game. So I'll go ahead and make just some more stuff here. We've got plenty of, this is just good as it is. There we go. For this next part, the shotgun helps because you're dealing with the parasite beasts, and so nice close range shotgun blasts break the little shell that they have, making it so that so you can beat them that much easier. They are tough though. They're little turds. They suck, really. And now that battle, I had to use a lot more health than I planned on using. So I'm actually kind of, strapped for healing items. I'll get more later, but that little firefight with him used too many healing items. That was bad strategically, and for getting the game done. Now that infinite MUP, and also I've beaten the whole game with nothing but that assault rifle. Except for the third Nemesis fight where you really want to use, well, for the most part. I think I used mine rounds against the one where he runs around the walls. But, I always do my shortcuts so that I am just up or down for my regular stuff. It's just fast for me. And that's part of the really truly professional setup kind of way that this game works, is you get to decide how you want your stuff to activate. Now this guy, I've made the mistake of trying to just sneak around him before. Kill him. This guy, you want to just kill him because he's tough. So yeah, I got him first. It didn't show it too much, but I did. Now right around here is some stuff, but then, Oh wait, no, maybe not. Oh yeah, upstairs. Here, upstairs, there's there are items. Let me get this guy. And this might be, let's see here, yeah. More explosive rounds. I think the mine rounds are great, and sometimes I will kind of set it up so that I have as many of these mine rounds, or as many mine rounds as I can towards the third Nemesis fight, because it's kind of fun sometimes to hit him with mine rounds. I've noticed that I'm pretty sure the game behaves differently if you're using mine rounds against that third instance of the Nemesis, because he seems to take longer running around the little loop that he goes around, and I think that the game knows you have those mine rounds and it wants you to use them up. So it will let you shoot him with the mine rounds. This part sucks, of course. This sucks. You got to run from him, and he's got this. You want to just try to dodge right when you see that thing on your back, give it a dodge, and then here we go. Now this, she's not hurt. She's doing her, you know, wore out walk, even though she's not injured. And, you know, that's how the very beginning of the game is too. They have a fatigued but not injured walk for your character here. Now what I'd love to see, and I think I'm not alone in this, is this entire game redone with this engine, or the entire series. I mean, I want to see Resident Evil 0, Resident Evil original Resident Evil 0, and oh, this part, oh god, you never believe how many times I've screwed this up. As easy as this should be. Yeah, I just did. Yeah. Anyway. What is this? From my most recent save. Let's see where I am. Auto, escape, 523. And I'm in the demolition site, so that's right before the fight. This is escape the creature. Half renovated building rooftop. Okay, let's see where my autosave is. I would never normally pick an autosave, but in this case, I'm just going to see how close it is. Yeah, it's right here. Okay, I'm just going to play through. Now, normally I'd go ahead and redo that firefight battle on the roof, but in this case, I'm going to do it this way because, yeah. Now, and I've done that so many times. Yeah. You'd never believe how hard this part really is. There we go. When I first played this game, I actually got killed by him there several times. And he's right behind me. And he's going to block me, yeah, if I remember correctly. Yeah, he jumps in front of you. Why am I using that handgun? Okay, here we go. Now this will have a death on the game now because I continued, and so this wouldn't even be legit. I would, if I wasn't doing this, filming this, I would redo the I'd redo that roof battle just to avoid getting a death on the record. because you're not going to pass, and you won't get as many points to use in the shop. Right now, it really doesn't matter. I've unlocked, like 98% of everything in this game.
Hey, you saved my ass first. You're a hell of a lot braver than me.
Yes,
Well, what matters is that we can get everyone out of the city now.
Yeah, I could be safe.
But the greatest line in any Resident Evil game of all time
What about you?
Not from the sound of it. I won't be catching
is in this game.
Why not?
there'll be new orders. If it means I can help save the city, it's fine by me.
And I'm pretty sure, at least a handful of people would agree. Okay, here we go. I'm going to skip it, okay? Because I want you to hear the line for yourself. But the greatest line in any Resident Evil video game of all time is, "Don't worry, I'm not going to go dying on you and leave you all alone in a cold, cruel, Carlosless world." That's kind of what he says. I'm not good at quoting things perfectly, but it's something to that effect. Is I'm not going to die and leave you all alone in a cold, cruel, Carlosless world, and that is freaking hilarious.
All right, keep your head screwed on.
And to think this series evolved from one of the cheesiest, worst voice acted games of all time.
Come get some.
Oh God. This is not working, okay. Okay, there we go.
These stars.
Now, if you want to run away from him and not fight him, you can. And then you'll get the card later. So fighting Brad is totally optional.
Our intel's still worth a damn, then Bard's in the stars office. Let's find him and take him into custody.
Those extra fanny packs are store purchases,
I thought this was a rescue.
and I'm going to do something here that's just me, and you don't have to do this, of course. If I'm going to do, or no, I'm not going to do defense. The defense is okay, but it's better to have the assault coin and the recovery coin, because recovery, even if your defense isn't great, you're going to recover. And then I'm going to give him the Cobra assault rifle and I'll go ahead and give him the infinite pup, even though it's kind of, the only reason I would use it would be if I'm suddenly in between changing magazines on the infinite machine gun. So that'd be the only reason at all. And the hot dogger, I guess I could use the hot dogger for fun. Now Carlos has, rather than the rolling kind of ninja evasion tactics that Jill has, he has a like super punch attack that can, knock people back.
I've located the STARS office. Remember, Bard had access to Umbrella's darkest secrets. He knows what
You can't skip this.
So this search and rescue mission is really more like find and detain. Right. Good to know.
I'll open the shutter so you can get through.
You stay here and find out what's been going on here at the station.
Call you if I find anything. Hey! Be careful.
Yeah.
But this is the station from the first one, only there's obviously, this is an entire day before it. So that hasn't been taped off yet. This has been. So they're saying, oh God, we got something terrible going on, keep out. You can't use that. There's actually more ammo right there. So if you climb all the way up there, there's some ammo for your handgun in case you're starting this out with just a little bit of ammo. And there's a healing herb right here. And if you notice, this is covered with a sheet because it isn't used in the game. And also, the statue, the lion statue, is covered with a sheet. So yeah, but this is exactly the same room, just a little less used up. There's going to be one whole day of zombie apocalypse going on after the events in this game that they coat over the top. There's more blood, there's more nasty. You actually witness what leads up to the events in 2 right here. I won't ruin it, but
What was that thing?
when you run through here and you notice that that guy's there, that just happened in the cinema. Then this guy just happened in the cinema. See, he's even still bleeding. That just happened in this cinema. There are no zombie. Yeah, there's the first zombie.
Go.
There are none at the windows, I was about to say. Ordinarily, I'd shoot him with and run right past that guy. And you can kill him if you want when you have the infinite ammo. Otherwise, just run from him, because you know, why waste your ammo? Because you can just you're not going to use this. That's not stacked up yet. So there's a stacked up thing there, and that window's broken in the next 24 hours. But instead, I'm going to come in here, and you get your rifle ammo.
T, you copy? There's something real nasty in here. I don't know what it is.
Something nasty. All right. I'll take a look with the cameras. Watch your 6.
But there's no flash grenade there. There's no healing herb there. There's no boards for the window there that are in 2. But we do have the heart door. Right through this lock is a mess of them. And so I just open the door a little and then just kind of start the extermination process here. He'll come through the door. And this is a lot harder with just your normal run-of-the-mill crap machine gun. Oh God. Forgot he was there, of course. There we go. Several ways to handle this. You can run down the hallway. Like this. And then you'll have a big pile of dead bodies right there. Or you can run that way here and spin around, and so, you know, basically you just want to crowd control this big mess. If you see blown up heads, that's good. If you don't, though, make sure to finish them off. And there's a guy right around this corner here and behind that door. Now the same codes apply once you get the key to that. So if you know and that's another point I was about to make, is the same codes apply as in 2. So now that you've played 2 and you know your codes, then you can go ahead and you know, do stuff. Now these upgrades that you're getting really help a lot with the machine gun. Although they're completely useless for the amazing gun that I have right now. Just feels good to run around and just pick all the stuff up that you might use. and I've said this in my last video about the RE games, this is less intuitive, than in 2. Crap. It's less intuitive in that you have to add items to your packs before you can combine them, whereas in 2 you can just combine them. So you can have one space left, or no spaces. You can have no spaces left, then get an item, and then immediately combine it with another item that's already in your place, and it will take up that space. That's not how it is in this one. In this one you have to have the free space. So it's kind of less intuitive than in, yeah, here this guy's gonna crash through.
Kinda fucked up shooting cops.
Or no. This is a callback to Fatal Frame.
If cameras killed those things, I'd be set.
If cameras killed those things, I'd be set. That's how you kill the bad guys in Fatal Frame, is with cameras. So, of course, I don't need any of these other items except the flashbang and the health. You get green later for the health, I think, if I remember correctly. So, and really, I could probably just forego the handgun, and it would save just that much more space.
Carlos, Star's office is up ahead.
Copy that.
Now watch.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Why is it blocked?
That's why the wall has to be blown out, is because that hallway is blocked. And then the wall is blown out in 2. So in 2, when you go through, you can see that some demolition has occurred on that wall. And you might be thinking, whoa, you know, the cops did that or somebody did that. It was actually our little friend Carlos here. That's the key. So it's also, chronologically, you owe Carlos for that, for the locker room being unlocked. This is the same as in 2. So once you've memorized those codes for the safes, there's no door there in 2, then you can use them in 3. That helps. So when you're doing, when you're writing down all your stuff, then you can just use all the notes you took for 2 in 3. And see, that's not turned yet. This isn't done, and so then this is set up. So you really only need the battery, and the battery is in the star's room. So that's where you're trying to go. But before you do that, especially if you're not using the infinite rounds, you're going to want to come down here and here we go. Okay. Now in this one, it's different. Once you fill in 3 numbers, it automatically highlights enter. So you have to get used to that because oh, there's a bad guy here too, I forgot. There's my 2 green ones, and I think that said 104. So let's see, yeah. Now in 2, you actually have to choose enter and hid it. So, mine now.
Mine now.
So, then we have 203 has nothing in it. I think that, yeah, this is the only time you use it in this game. Now, some people, of course, complained about the two games basically being the same engine with the same graphics, overlapping and stuff. I like that. I'm gonna let that guy bitch. Where is he? He's around this corner. Yeah, there are ways around all of the liquors, usually. Even in this game. Although it's fun to use his super punch on the liquors, if you can get it to work, he'll knock them back, and that's extremely fun to do. It's entertaining. There's a red herb there. Okay, this is discardable. That I can put away. I really don't need all of this health, so why not? I'll be getting another red for that. And I'll be discarding this key. Alright. Now there are ways to handle this next part. This gun is excellent. Really great with Jill too. She just is a master of that machine gun. I'd say Jill's actually a little bit better with it than Carlos. And it does, it helps. It helps a lot to have that capability.
Carlos, I've hit a dead end at the terminal here. Gonna head your way.
Copy that.
Now in this part, I'll flash them, then blow them up. Most people will flash them and just run past them. But I'm going to go ahead and use what I've got here. Now see that? I had to take it off the wall and then combine it. Why not just let you know, put the thing on there? So yeah, whatever. Okay, here we go. Now, the flash. The boom.
One at a time, take a number.
Oh. It's extremely powerful with that little upgrade. And because you're in a big hurry right here, you often will miss the prizes that are all over the place in here. So that's another reason why I kind of got used to... crap, I forgot. Kick. Okay. Oh, I'm still fine, yeah, because the recovery. You got that recovery badge, recovery token, recovery coin, whatever you want to call it.
This asshole again.
I don't even really, you don't have to fight him. You can just run from him, go into this door. This is essentially the end of the Carlos mission. Once you go back through that door, it's over. And you get to look at this little report. You can look at the, see Jill in the bottom right there. Now remember, Wesker was created by Umbrella. So Wesker is a creation. He's not even human. He is secretly working for Umbrella to train Stars. Stars is then on the list of people that have to be eliminated because they know about Umbrella's involvement in the outbreak. So that's why Nemesis was specifically programmed to attack and kill Stars members. But like if you notice though, okay, Mr. X is actually programmed to kill everyone in the police station or around it. It's a different creature. It's not as advanced as Nemesis, and well, notice obviously Claire isn't a Stars member, and neither is Leon. So Claire and Leon are not being hunted by the Nemesis. Now in the Operation Raccoon City game, which a lot of people hated on, I really love, that's part of what you're dealing with there, is that Nemesis is programmed. In the game, Nemesis's programming messes up, and then you have to hunt him down and reset him so that he'll go back on his mission of hunting and killing Stars members, which he ultimately fails at, obviously. And in the movie continuities, and I think it became canon, they made it so that Nemesis is actually Alice's boyfriend. And Alice is I think she was an original person, but then they cloned her and like trained her and got in her head and stuff. And she was part of some, you know, whatever, Umbrella killing machine project. So, but you know, she looks normal. You know, she's just a beautiful woman. She doesn't look like some horrific, terrible monster. She's basically like a, you know, an angelic kind of force that can fight against the Nemesis. So yeah, as cool as that is. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and save the game and quit here, and I'll do a second video for this part out because of how long this video has gotten. But I think my point has been made that you can play this game on this old of a computer. All right. So thanks for watching.